Hi class, welcome to another day of learning about psychology. And I know as soon as you walked in, you heard the music playing. And I really hope that you don't mind me playing this music. I really hope it puts you in the mood or it gives you a vibe, a great vibe to learn about psychology. So, yeah. Also, I brought my dog to school. I apologize for the barking if there is any barking, but she's very chill, so don't worry. Um, Also, I'm showing you this part of the screen because I wanted to show you the article that we'll be talking about today. Um, this is an article that I found on EBSCOhost. You can use our library's online database to find articles such as this one. And this was a very interesting article to me, and I really hope that it will be interesting for you. So I just wanted to show you the article, what it looked like, and yeah. So let's just hop right into the presentation. And also, I really hope you like the layout for this presentation. It's pretty dark, but I find it aesthetically pleasing, and I really hope you guys do too. So today we are going over a research article that I found quite interesting, and I hope it will interest you guys too. So this article is called Association Between Sleep Stages and Hunger Scores in 36 Children. This article was written by the following authors. Very interesting names. I'm not gonna try to pronounce them. So this presentation was created by me. So let's get started. Let's talk about what this article is all about. So the main concept of this research article was to investigate the relationship between hunger score and sleep physiology in a pediatric population. So basically, this means that we are going to find out how less sleep affects the hunger in children. Simple as that, you know? So we are also going to see how the second sentence of the slide, delayed bedtime, which increases the proportion of REM sleep and decreases the proportion of slow wave sleep, otherwise known as SWS, results in higher hunger levels in children. So let's talk about the hypothesis or research argument of this article. So the hypothesis, I found this within the article. This is exactly what it says on there. So let me read it to you. Our hypothesis was that a correlation would be found between REM sleep and hunger, as had been seen in adults. So we are going to find out if REM sleep and slow wave sleep are causing the hunger and obesity in children. We're going to try and find if there's a connection between those two. We are also going to investigate the association between REM sleep and SWS with hunger in children, which basically means the same thing as the hypothesis. So let's talk about the experiment itself. The variables in this experiment were sleep time for independent variable, as well as children's weight for the dependent variable. So let me explain to you or describe to you how the experiment went. I created a shortened version of the experiment that was explained in the article. You can also read what exactly happened in the article, but this is just a shortened version. Sorry, I don't have any visuals for this part, but just try to picture this in your head. So these children were recruited by the investigators at the St. Barnabas Health System Pediatric Sleep Medicine Clinic. Very long name, yes, I know. So there were 36 subjects They were all children aged 5 to 18 years old. 50% of them were male and the other half was female. And so these subjects were weighed and measured once they arrived at the sleep laboratory. This lab had 3 beds for testing, and each subject was asked to report there at a certain time. In the article, it provided military times such as 20, 21, and or 22. So these were the provided times that the children were to report to the testing areas. So once lights were out, children were asleep, and the next morning they were asked to rate their hunger on a 0 to 10 scale immediately after they were woken up. So they were asked, "How hungry do you feel?" And they could reply with answers ranging from not full at all to very full. So all these children had different results because they were put to sleep at different times, or they were waking up at different times, or their sleep time total was different from each other. So let's talk about the results. So I provided percentages that were recorded in the article, and let's just go down the line. 94% reported snoring, 19% reported choking episodes in their sleep, 58% witnessed apneas, 33% complained of excessive daytime sleepiness. So let's talk about these 2 sentences right here. I pulled these from the discussions, the discussion area of the article. This is basically talking about the results, but not in number form, in sentence form. So, increased food intake following sleep deprivation has been proposed to be an overcompensation response to the increased energy requirements of sustained wakefulness. This is a handful, so let me just break it down to you. This basically means that consuming too much food can result to sleep deprivation, which leads to the increase of energy that causes sustained wakefulness. So that's basically what it means. Let's talk about the second sentence. It says 5% increase in caloric expenditure, resulting from sleep curtailment resulted in a 6% increase in caloric intake. So this basically means that the reducing of sleep results in caloric intake. So thus, let's talk about the conclusion, wrap this all up, what the big picture actually is. So I pulled this from the article as well. This states that it is thus possible that an increased proportion of REM sleep, which increases energy expenditure, can result in an overcompensation response to a physiological increase in hunger. A delayed bedtime, which increases the proportion of REM sleep, may mediate the correlation of late sleep and increased hunger. Alas, it is true, REM sleep and delayed bedtimes can result in hunger and obesity in children. Although it says further studies are needed to establish more about sleep and hunger and obesity in children, for now, their hypothesis is correct. So that is basically what the whole article is about, and they were able to prove their hypothesis that REM sleep and delayed bedtimes can trigger hunger and obesity in children. It's the same for adults. They were just trying to see if it was the same in children. So that is basically it, and I found this article really interesting, and I really love learning about REM stages of sleep. Maybe we'll talk about that another day. But I really hope that this interests you some way, somehow, some shape, some form. And it was really fun talking to you guys. So thank you so much for listening, and I really hope that you have an awesome day. Bye!